The latest regular update for Gunner Heat PC is finally here, featuring the iconic Leopard 1A3 and some additional content for December 2025. And if you don't know, my name is Fan Fantasy and I cover tactical numbers of games like Gunner Heat PC. In terms of the update itself, it's not a major update per se, but it does provide a bit of content and some new missions. But let's go through them and then we're going to try out the Leopard 1A3. The Leopard 1A3 is the latest tank in Gunner Heat PC, and it should not be confused with the 1A1 series. And as you can see, it has a larger welded turret, which provides a bit of space for armor protection and more room. If you're familiar with the Leopard 1A1 series, then the fire control is pretty much the same as the Leopard 1A3, which also uses the stereoscopic rangefinder, which you can use by pressing E, or you can range with your map. If you're not sure, you can also use the hood, which gives a more accurate reading on the bottom left. In terms of the 1A3 family, there are some differences in terms of their night sight capabilities. So do keep in mind that some of them do have the PZB 200 night sights rather than the active night sights. But let me know your thoughts on the newer edition of the Leopard family in Gunner Heat PC. In terms of this update, we have two newer missions, both of which are command missions. And in my playthrough, they're pretty fun and action-packed. And the two new missions are called Flat Face in Point Alpha and Stavok's Assault in the Eastern Road map, both of which are Soviet missions. So for those who are a fan of the Soviet pact, then this is a content for you that you can try out and play. Just remember that it is possible to play it without managing or planning, as there are pre-plotted routes for your units in those missions. Another really important feature that is worth mentioning in command mode is the ability to command your infantry, which, as you know, it is really important to be able to command them. At a certain waypoint, you can command your IVs or your APCs to deploy infantry and to move them to a location where you want them to assault and clear out. In some of the missions, you can also go to your IV directly and deploy or mount your infantry if needed. I think this is a good step forward in updating the command mode, and I do look forward to seeing what they will cook up more in this mode. Point Alpha is also getting a rework as one of their oldest maps. They've added a playable area in their latest mission called Flat Face, which you can check out. You'll also notice that there are improvements to optimization. As I said before, the devs are working hard each patch to optimize the game. But of course, since this is still in early access, don't expect it to be final. So as the game continues to develop, you can also expect them to clean up and optimize a little bit more. But in this patch, you should notice that the game uses less of RAM and CPU, which helps a lot for the lower end PCs and even laptops. But let me know if the game has improved or not for you, but I certainly have noticed it. Now, in terms of the adjustments and features, they have adjusted the BMP's Mayuka missile launch angle, as well as the sights for the BMP-1. You can also expect more volley sizes for the Mi-24s, which you're going to see in one of the newer missions. And another feature is that a lot of the older missions are now playable in command mode, and you can expect more to come. And so this is the update for December 2025, and it's pretty crazy that it is the end of the year. And I do plan on having a longer video which talks about this year's content for Gunner Heat PC, so stay tuned for that. It is going to be my bigger video projects for this month, which is why I'm going to keep this video nice and tight for you all, so please stay tuned for that. And I do plan on uploading the gameplays for the two newer missions, so stay tuned for that as well. And let me know your thoughts on this update so far on the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like if you like this video, subscribe for more as it means a lot to support this channel. And let's take the Leopard 1A3 for a spin. Alrighty, so we're going to be playing a mission called Alternate Route. Decided that it'd be nice to come back to Point Alpha and just seeing some of the things that they've done. And you can see on the eastern side of the map, they added a new area here for the newer missions. And the mission is pretty straightforward. They're going to be attacking from the north. We can expect about a company minus, and their intent is to remove us from our position so that they can set up defenses and set up conditions for the next phase of their operation. So with us, we do have two M113s, and we have two tow launchers. I'm not sure how the APCs are going to do well on this, but you know, we're here, we're gonna be rescuing them, and hopefully that we can help them out. And so with that, with one single Leopard, we're gonna try to stop them, and we're gonna demonstrate the Leopard 1A3. So I'm gonna pause. It is pretty nice to explore the forest here at Point Alpha. It's not often that you'd be fighting in the forest here, especially in Gunner Heat PC, so it is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Now, I know a lot of you have been asking about the Leopard 2, but what I can tell you is that it is eventually gonna be coming, so just be patient. They're gonna be working on more things, so but yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Leopard 1A3. And fun fact, the Canadians did use the Leopard 1A3 as they were transitioning from the Centurions. So very iconic. Oh, we got APCs identified. I might have to use my heat, but we're gonna engage them. And fire. Okay. Yeah, I hate wasting ammo, but we're gonna have to use it because they have 7.62s. They're not gonna be very effective against the Burdams over there. Oh, okay. Target lost. Oh, we got tank on and firing. Oh, I don't really like this position at all. But we're gonna try our best to stay hold down. On and firing. Target. I'm gonna range a little lower. 800 should be okay. I'm gonna try the user speed if we can. So far they're not engaging us right now. Alright, on and firing. Switching heat. Oh, I don't like this hill at all. Oh, area's on. Firing. Might be short. Oh my gosh. This is tight. This is very tight. Firing. Heat should be effective against the T-55s. It's gonna be a close knife fight. Okay, where's the other tank? I think I see him. He's gonna be on right there. Yep. And fire. Ah, hit short. There he is. Fire. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got him. The last ammo. Only have Hesh rounds left. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not a very good hill to jockey on, but very tight. But we wiped up a... Oh, nope, 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 nope. That's another T-55. I got Hesh round. Not effective. Oh, come on. No, I'm gonna die. Screw you. I'm moving back. Let's go. We're going to the horse. And I'm done. And sadly, I didn't see that last T-55 until it was too late, and I only had Hesh rounds, so not very effective there. Could have fell back a little quicker, I guess. Yeah, that's the Leopard 1A3. But we did reduce the enemy to 1 T-55, considering all that. So let's end it right here. So still a victory, even though we lost one. But, you know, to think about it, realistically, you're not going to send one Leopard against a company minus. And so, I'll still say it's still a win for us. So in terms of us, we lost 2. And then the enemy lost 5, equipment lost 3 and 6. And yeah, let's take a look real quickly. All right, so first thing that we saw were the Burdams. Unfortunately, we had to engage them because our M113 is not going to do anything to the Burdams with their MG3. As much as I like the MG, just not very effective. So yeah, one sable round hit the APC right here, so they were quite useless, and a heat round was sent into this 113 as well. And so we engaged the first platoon of the T-55s. We use our heat round to engage this T-55. It looks like it hit the turret. If anything, it damaged the crew inside, especially the commander and the loader as well. So we moved down to this terrain on the top of the hill where it did give us a little bit of a terrain feature. It's not ideal, but we tried to make use of it and we got a lot of kills from it. I also didn't really want to move on the right because it would have put us in a forward slope and not ideal for us as a Leopard. So the other tank that we hit was this tank in the middle right here. I hit the Sable round, went right through, hit the turret inside, and it damaged the crew. I don't think it did much at that point. This one we hit a little lower and hit inside. It was a good hit. Hit the engines, hit the gunner and the crew and everything in there. So this was a good hit. Went right through. Looks like it hit. Did it damage the driver? I don't think it did, but it did damage the gunner for sure. So he was knocked out. So at that point we had heat rounds left, which were more effective in hitting them. And against T-55s, it shouldn't be a problem. But this round hit on top of the T-55 and hit inside the crew and the commander as well. So this was a good effective hit right here. Unfortunately, we had to kill this Bertum just because I didn't want his gun to shoot through our armor and all that stuff. All right, so after engaging the Bertum right here, we engage the T-55 right here. So I thought this was the last T-55 that we engaged, but this one we hit right through the gun and it damaged the gun barrel, and it also did penetrate through the crew compartment right here, which did injure them as well. So this tank was combat ineffective and his gun was damaged. And the other thing I didn't see was a tank behind him, as you can see right there, which creeped up in front of us by the time that the mission said that it was complete. And so to my surprise, this tank came right through and we only had HESH rounds left. So as you can imagine, not a very effective round against them right here. And this one splashed right on the hull and it just damaged the PKT, the IR spotlights, and it did hit the turret as well, but didn't do too much damage. And as death was slowly approaching, the T-55 fired his Sable round onto our Leopard, which didn't do too much damage at first, but it did hit right through and it took out our loader at first. The second time, as we were trying to fall back and get out of here into the woods and do a slow reload, he hit us again, this time on the right side. And then the third time we were done for. So this one hit right through, and I think it hit the rounds as well too, which blew us apart. So yeah, that was the end. Unfortunately, we didn't make it on live, but I would say we degraded the enemy so badly that they're only left with one T-55. So I would call it a win here. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video of Gunner Heat PC. Let me know your thoughts on the update so far. And please stay tuned for more. I will be posting another video up. There's a lot of content for the month of December. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.